Hello again, everybody. David Clary, along with Mark and Shauna Hayes and Caleb Jackson here at the Wildcat Arena, getting set for Region 2 semifinal round basketball action. The Wildcats taking on the Bearden Bulldogs, who, as you know, if you're an Oak Ridge fan, has been a nemesis to the Wildcats in the postseason the last several years. We've already seen one semifinal round game take place today. And we saw the Maryville Rebels knock off the Farragut Admirals by a final score of 60-30. Farragut just never really in the ballgame. About halfway through the first quarter, they started pulling away. Shauna Hayes joins us now as we get ready for this huge ball game here at the Wildcat Arena in front of a packed house. Shauna, you've got more information about tonight's game.
I do. Thanks, David. It's been 4 years since the Jeremy Miller and Jonathan Milloway team knocked off Maryville to win the Region 2 semifinal game to advance to the championship game in a sectional. Tonight, the Wildcats are trying to get over the hump and in doing so vanquish the memory of last season's heartbreaking loss to the Bearden Bulldogs. It was in this round last season that William Blunt that Oak Ridge seemingly had beaten the Bulldogs before a long three ended the Wildcat season 48-47. It was the third straight postseason loss for the Wildcats to Bearden, and the second time in 3 years they have ended Oak Ridge's season. Tonight they face once again, but this time at Wildcat Arena. Bearden comes in at 28-5 and ranked number 4 in the state of Tennessee and regular season District 4 champions. Oak Ridge, instead of facing the weaker teams in the regular season, have had to face instead the number 2 seed and tonight the number 1 seed. Bearden fell to Maryville in the District 4 tournament championship game, 63-62, sending them into Oak Ridge bracket. Bearden's only losses have been to Hillsboro, Orem, Utah, Webb, West, and Maryville. The two teams have played 5 mutual opponents in West, Alcoa, Fulton, Campbell County, and Cleveland. Bearden defeated all of them but split with West. Oak Ridge defeated all of them as well except a loss to Alcoa. Bearden has fared well on the road this season, going at a perfect 8-0. They're also pretty good at home, going 12-1. Bearden was at 8-4 on neutral courts. Something has to give tonight because Oak Ridge is defeated here at home, going 11-0. Oak Ridge reached this game by defeating the very underrated West team 62-60, while Bearden had a much easier time with Campbell County winning 85-37. Bearden is trying to win their 14th regional title since 1973, while the Wildcats are trying to win their 21st since their first one in 1958. Bearden lost last year in the championship game to Maryville 55-48, and then lost the sectional to Morristown East. Bearden's last region title came in 2022, while Oak Ridge's last region title too came in 2017. The winner advances to the sectional round to play an Upper East Tennessee team to advance to the state tournament. Possible teams include the usual suspects: Dobbins-Bennett, Science Hill, Sevier County, and Morristown West. The sectional game will be on Monday with the region champs hosting and the runner-up traveling. Oak Ridge's last sectional game was in 2021 win over Dobbin-Bennett at Kingsport. Bearden's, of course, was last season against Morristown East, but their last win in a sectional game against Science Hill in 2022. That season, they lost to Dobbins-Bennett in the state championship game. Oak Ridge leads the all-time series with Bearden 30-22 since the first game in 1958. In the postseason, the series is tied at 10-10. Bearden has won 3 straight, though, all in the postseason. Tomorrow night, Lady Wildcats will be playing for the Region 2 championship against Bearden Bulldogs in the 7 p.m. game here at Wildcat Arena. Oak Ridge lost to Bearden early in the year in Greenville 69-54. Jenna Johnson didn't play in that game, and Zayana Stewart had a sprained ankle, so Oak Ridge hopes for a better showing this time around. Both teams, with their wins last night, have also qualified for a sectional game on Saturday night. The winner will host the game, and the loser will have to travel to Upper East Tennessee. We will stream tomorrow's game on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. Tonight, the Wildcats are taking on Bearden as semifinal round here at Wildcat Arena. We are streaming the game thanks to our donation from Roger and Judy Kelly. We appreciate their support and glad we are able to stream this game from Wildcat Arena. We are also on prepradio.com. Oak Ridge basketball is brought to you this season by Summit Medical Group, 10 Bank of Oak Ridge, Laura Lindgreen with State Farm Insurance, Washboard Wash and Fold, Bob's Washboard Laundromat, Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty, the Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic, Oak Ridge Utility District, and Fox Insurance Group in the ORHS class of 1989. It's Oak Ridge and Bearden here at the Region 2 tournament, and we'll be back for the starting lineup and the tip-off in 3 minutes.
David Clary back here along with Mark and Shauna Haste, along with Caleb Jackson doing our camera work down below, getting ready for this big basketball game between the Oak Ridge High School Wildcats and the Bearden Bulldogs. Bearden has ended Oak Ridge's season several times in the last 4 or 5 years. Mark, this is a good Bearden team. The Wildcats, kind of a heartbreaking loss a year ago. And they hit a 3 right at the buzzer after Oak Ridge had taken the lead. And just a tough, very, very tough way to end the season, but chance for redemption here tonight.
Yeah, and on your home floor. So, I'm sure that a lot of the Wildcats remember that from last year. It kind of sticks in the craw, as they say. And I have no doubt that Coach Green probably reminded them of that. So expect the Wildcats to be very motivated. You don't want to lose on your home floor, and you want to avenge a season-ending loss from the previous year.
Lady Wildcats will be in action tomorrow in the region championship ball game, and we hope you'll attend that game. It'll be at 7 o'clock against Bearden, not in an elimination ball game. As I look across the floor, I see the all-time leading scorer in Oak Ridge High School history, Halston Lane, sitting. His son just played, and his team was defeated. His son plays for Farragut, but I see Halston sitting across. And now let's go down to the floor for the starting lineups.
Coached by Jeremy Parrott, assisted by Tyler Place, Luke West, Eric Sandifer, and Kasim Davidson. Starting lineup for the Bulldogs includes number 1, King Hubbard. Number 4, Dominic Mahoney. Number 10, Justin Norden. Number 12, Sean Capshaw. Rounding out the lineup is number 24, Jamichael Blair. And now the starting lineup for your Oak Ridge Wildcats. At 6'6", the senior, number 2, Shamar Green. Also standing at 6'6", senior number 5, Garrett Giles. The speedster, number 11, senior Ray Watson. Rounding out behind him, number 12, junior Charlie Taubenheim. And the big stuff, number 35, senior Cooper Williams. Wildcats are coached by Aaron Green, assisted by Ronnie Scott, Craig Price, and Danny Green.
And we're about to get set here. Also in the house, I see Ricky Norris, former head coach of the Wildcats. That's who we just zoomed in on there as the Wildcats. This brings out a lot of very talented people who've been involved with the Oak Ridge program for a lot of years. The place is packed. Farragut and Marable people still in attendance for the most part. As we're about to get this one underway, it'll be Cooper Williams, Shamar Green, Charlie Taubenheim, Raekwon Watson, and Garrett Giles getting the start today. Looks like we've got the A team officiating the ball game, and that's a great sign here, and we hope for a great ball game. And I'll try to be nice to our officials today as Matthew Queener steps in the circle to jump. Ball is up, controlled by Shamar, and we are underway here at the Wildcat Arena with the basketball. Raekwon Watson works the ball left side to Shamar. Had Cooper early,
Nice.
goes to him, and he's going to get a layup to start the ball game. Cooper top of the key. Wildcats with the basketball and the lead. Raekwon Watson with it. Dribbles past his man around a screen by Shamar. Goes in for the shot. No good. Rebound to Farragut. A lot of contact there. Here come the Admirals moving right to left. 2-0 our score. Or actually the Bulldogs, sorry. Got a little discombobulated because of the internet issue, as there's a big battle going on between Ray out high. Farragut lost their ball game today. Bearden with the basketball, then they throw the ball away. Oak Ridge will get it on the turnover. The winner to play Marable for the region championship Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Down the floor with the basketball once again will come Oak Ridge in a 2-0 ball game. Raekwon Watson with it will walk the ball across the midcourt line. Swings the ball left side to Charlie Taubenheim. Picked up defensively, lobs it out to Ray. Ray turning, spinning, gives it into Cooper. Tried to. Good feed, but he wasn't really quite ready for it. The angle was not great, and the Wildcats turned the ball over. Mark, very low-scoring start to the ball game.
It is, but I really like the way that they're trying to pound the ball into Cooper, David, as Bearden comes the other way.
Here comes a shot. It's up good, and a foul against Cooper, I do believe. They got the ball inside, and we're tied at 2.
Going to the line is Sean Capshaw for the Bearden Bulldogs, David. Obviously his first attempt from the free throw line tonight with 2 points.
Toss is on its way. Good. Oak Ridge basketball, working the ball in. It goes to Charlie Taubenheim to Cooper Williams to Ray. 3-2. Wildcats trailing here with 6:18 to play in the first quarter. Ray with it in front of a packed house here at the Wildcat Arena. 5-second count was on. Got a screen from Cooper. Ball goes right back to him. Thought about a three. Goes into Shamar instead. Little hook shot. Good. Shamar Green hits the bucket, and Oak Ridge has a 4-3 lead. 6 minutes to play in the first period. Here come the Bulldogs down the floor, setting up their offense. They're moving right to left. They'll drive in, pull up a shot. Up, no good. Rebounded by Charlie. Charlie Taubenheim and the Wildcats coming down the floor. Here it goes to Ray. Raekwon Watson has a drive. All the way to the hole he goes. No good. His shot is knocked out of bounds by the Bearden Bulldogs.
Yeah, fortunately that shot got blocked because there's no way that ball was going to go in. Anyway, he was way behind the backboard.
Oak Ridge basketball. Ray tried to get it into Cooper, but it's knocked out of bounds. The numbers, these teams that come into the gym with these dark uniforms, it's very hard to read these numbers as Cooper lost the dribble. Wildcats pick it up. Then Farragut's got it, and they'll bring the ball down the floor, and they'll set it up for a three in the corner. They won't take the shot. Garrett quickly back on defense. 4-3 our score. Bearden basketball. They'll drive in, trying to take it right to Cooper. No place to go. Back to the top it goes. Now they drive the paint, and then they lost the ball. Shamar steals it. and gives it over to Cooper Williams. The Wildcats have it on their turnover. Bodies all over the floor, and Ray brings it across the line. 4-3 Wildcats, 5:15 to play in the first period. Raekwon Watson fires it up to Cooper. Right corner for three. No good.
Nice.
Rebound, Charlie Toppenheim with a nice putback bucket.
Oh, way to be in the right place at the right time, David. Great job by Charlie crashing the board there.
Bearden with the basketball. 6-3 the score. 4:55 to play. They'll drive in the paint. There's the ball stripped away by Shamar, but saved away by the Bulldogs. They've got the ball in the left corner. Now they'll drive outside the line. Pull up an off-balance three. It's up no good. Rebound by Farragut. Underneath the goal, they get a shot, partially rejected by Garrett, saved on the floor by Cooper Williams. Cooper with it to Ray. 6-3 Wildcats. Here comes Ray down the floor. Stops. Charlie, three-pointer. He's on fire, ladies and gentlemen. And the Wildcats 9-3 over the Bulldogs. Thank you. Bearden. We're playing Bearden. Yeah, I don't know why I keep saying Farragut. 9-3 the score. 4:19 to play. Bearden basketball. Almost said it again. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Garrett Giles. 4:14 to play. Good start for the Wildcats over the Bearden Bulldogs, and a timeout is asked for. Mark?
Great opening play for the Wildcats. I really like how they're trying to get it down into their bigs, both Cooper and Shamar Green down there. Cooper's got 2 points, Shamar's got 2 points, and then Charlie Toppenheim, he's got 5, with that last three-pointer that he shot. So it's great to see the Wildcats playing well, holding Bearden only to 3 as they got that one three-point play by number 12, Sean Capshaw, for the Bulldogs.
Our sponsor for tonight's game is Roger and Judy Kelly. Roger graduated from Oak Ridge High School in 1960, while Judy graduated in 1961. Thank you so much for paying our rights fee so we can stream this game across the world on YouTube on our Prep Radio channel. 4:14 to play. First quarter just underway, about 4 minutes into the game. 9-3, Wildcats in the lead. Once again, it'll be the Bulldogs to work the ball in. They work the ball in back in the rear court. 9-3 is our score. Bearden basketball. Fielding the ball to the right. Out to the top of the circle. Around the perimeter they work. Not a very big team compared to Oak Ridge for sure. They've got some great shooters from the outside. They're going to drive in. Spinning shot against Cooper. Cooper deflects it. Farragut gets the rebound. They'll set it up once again. The Wildcats guarding very aggressively on the perimeter as they drive right. Kick the ball back out to the top of the key. He's going to drive in. Cooper cuts him off. Backs it up. Once again now drives to the paint. Goes in for the shot. No good. Rebounded by Cooper Williams. Cooper to Ray. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Raekwon Watson with it across the line. Harassed everywhere he goes. Man right in his face. Back to Garrett it goes. Garrett is fouled. No call. He holds the ball and throws the ball out to Cooper. It's deflected back in the rear court by the Bulldogs. Raekwon Watson with it. 3:26 to play first quarter. Ray is held. Ray drives. No place to go except to Garrett Giles. Off balance three. Good! 3-point shot for Garrett Giles. And Oak Ridge leads Bearden by a score of 12-3. 3:13 to play in the first quarter. Down the floor will come the Bulldogs. Bearden basketball with it.
Wildcats just jumping all over Bearden tonight, David.
Michael Blair with a shot, no good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Then a steal by Shamar. Shamar holds it and gives it over to Ray. 12-3 Oak Ridge. 2:55 to play in the first quarter. Here comes Oak Ridge. Ray lost the dribble. Out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Bearden. Every time, Mark, I say Farragut, call me a name as Malik Howard comes into the ballgame. I don't know why I've got Farragut on my brain. I guess because I just watched that whole game.
I'm going to charge you $1 every time you say it.
Wildcats get the ball into Ray. Harass out high. Well, we think we're back here as Farragut ties the ball.
live from Wildcat Arena. At the half, Oak Ridge trails by 1, 27-26. Don't have the stats tabulated here for the first half, but I can tell you that Oak Ridge led at the end of the first quarter, 12-6, and then we're outscored 21-14 in the second quarter, and that's how Bearden was able to take a 1-point lead as they lead 27-26.
And we apologize once again. The school internet, for whatever reason, just keeps going out on us. I mean, we had some issues during football season with the school internet. The school tech guy is working on those as we speak. We apologize for that. I mean, we're at, this is the modern era, I guess, where we're in the old days, we used to hook up to cell phones, phone lines, but in the modern world, we are hooked into the school's internet, and it's been pretty good most of the year. But for whatever reason, today it just decided on the biggest game of the year, the Oak Ridge boys basketball team, to not work properly. And hopefully this is the longest it's been on since the first quarter, so hopefully it'll stay with us. We apologize once again. Halftime score is 27-26. I don't know really.
I can go through the scoring if you'd like. I don't think I have time to do all the tabulations I'll do those after the game, provided our internet stays up. But scoring, Oak Ridge led in scoring by Cooper Williams. He has 5 points for Charlie Taubenheim, 5 points for Garrett Giles, 4 points for Shamar Green, 3 points for Raekwon Watson, and Malik Howard has 1. Scoring for Bearden, they're led by number 10, Justin Norden. He has 6 points by Sean Capshaw, 5 points for Andrew Baker, 4 points for King Hubbard, 3 points by Dominique Mahoney, and 1 point by Jamichael Blair Jr.
Can you go over the Oak Ridge scoring once again? People are saying that it's cutting out on them. They didn't hear your audio.
Okay. Yes. Oak Ridge led in scoring by Cooper Williams with 8. Charlie Taubenheim has 5. Garrett Giles with 5 as well. Shamar Green with 4. Raekwon Watson with 3. And Malik Howard has 1.
And the Wildcats are coming out of the dressing room. 27-26 to score. The winner advances to play the Maryville Rebels in the championship ball game. And that game will be on Thursday at 7 o'clock. In action. I apologize for those noises in the background. The Lady Wildcats are in action tomorrow, and hopefully the internet will be fixed by then. And, I hesitate, honestly, I feel bad because we've had a sponsor for our broadcast today, Roger and Judy Kelly. Roger graduated in 1960. Judy graduated in 1961, but fans across the world haven't been able to watch but little clips of the game throughout. We started out pretty strong, but then it just went down, and the school technical people are working on it. It's just, Mark, what can we say? I mean, we're kind of a slave to their network.
Yeah, we are. Trust me. I probably rebooted our computer 5 times and gotten reconnected, and it seems like every time we get connected and you say about half a syllable, we lose it. So this is the longest we've been up for a while, but we recognize that it's choppy right now. I am in communication with the school network guy. He's trying to help us the best he can.
We're a few moments away from the start of the game, the second half of the ball game. Wildcats are on top 27-26. This is the longest it has stayed with us. Hopefully when the game starts, it won't drop down again. Here comes the Bulldogs, a little late out of their dressing room.
I just want to make sure. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure that you have the score correct. It's Bearden on top, 27-26.
Correct.
Okay.
I know. I see that. I'm just, what happens when I get discombobulated sometimes. Yes. But, okay, 29 seconds before we start. We apologize for the problems we've had. We appreciate Mark and Shauna working on it. Alex Myers came up to kind of help us out. We got a great unfortunately, the Bearden Bulldogs got things rolling there in the second quarter. Oak Ridge are going to come out with Cooper Williams, Garrett Giles, Shamar Green, Raekwon Watson once again. And it'll be Oak Ridge basketball as we start play here in the second quarter. Winner advances to play Maryville. The loser season is done. Packed house here. Wildcat ball. And we're about to get underway once again. 27-26, Bearden on top. As the Wildcats work the ball in to Raekwon Watson. Ray's been shut down pretty well here. As the Wildcats lob it in to Cooper, he gets the layup, and the Wildcats retake the lead. 28-27 the score. Nice lob down to Cooper, and down the floor with the basketball once again will come the Bearden Bulldogs. 28-27 the score. Here's a steal by Ray. Ray running the floor all the way to the hole. He goes, no good. And he was fouled, and Raekwon Watson, hard foul, will go to the free throw line. 7:34 to play second quarter. 28-27 Oak Ridge in the lead over the Bearden Bulldogs.
Picking up the foul for Bearden is number 4, Dominique Mahoney. I have that with as his first team foul of the third quarter.
Ray goes to the free throw line. 7:34 to play second quarter. 28-27. Wildcats in the lead. Ray's first toss is up, short, hits the rim, drops off no good. Ray is a 90% free throw shooter. Wildcats playing with Charlie Taubenheim, Garrett Giles, Shamar Green, Cooper Williams. 4 seniors hoping to extend their season, at least 2 more ball games. Ray back to the line. Toss is no good. Rebound to Bearden. Ray doesn't miss many free throws. And down the floor will come the Bulldogs once again. 28-27 the score. 7:26 to play second quarter. School Tech guys still working on our issue. You can see it's very, very choppy as they get a wide open look at a 3. It's no good. Rebound to Shamar. Shamar Green has it. Needs some help. Finds Ray, and down the floor will come the Wildcats. 28-27. Ray all the way to the hole. And out of bounds it goes. Last touch by the Bearden Bulldogs. Got a great crowd on hand here, Mark. I know we haven't really been able to really look at them much because of the issues we're having. As Oak Ridge will try to work the ball in with Garrett Giles. Here's the lob, and it comes to Cooper, top of the key to Ray. Ray harassed, looks to his right, backs up with his dribble. Coach Green not happy about something. Somebody didn't do what they were supposed to do right there, I think, just by his reaction. As the Wildcats lob it into Shamar. Back to Charlie in the right corner. He's double teamed. Swings it out to Ray. They need this 3. Good! 3-point shot from Raekwon Watson. And Oak Ridge increases their lead to 4 again, 31-27.
Raekwon with his second 3-pointer of the night. He has 6 points.
The basketball will come the Bulldogs driving in for a layup. No good. Rebounded by Garrett Giles. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. The ball is tripped out of Ray's hands and then is taken right back. Bulldog fell down, and here comes Garrett with the basketball. Garrett with it to Ray. Lobs it in to Charlie. Charlie Taubenheim. Little jumper is up. Good. Charlie Taubenheim hits the shot, and it's 33-27.
Charlie now with 7 points. He got 2 early in the first quarter and starting the third quarter the same way.
Once again, here's the shot by the Bulldogs. It's good. And a 3-pointer. It's 33-30. Down the floor will come the Wildcats. Oak Ridge in the lead. 5:55 to play second quarter. Oak Ridge ball. Garrett Giles has the 3. Lobs it over to Charlie, who gives it inside for Cooper, who missed a shot. I don't know if that was a lob or a shot. Either way, they have a chance to tie right here. No good. Rebound, Charlie Taubenheim. Oak Ridge basketball leading by 3. 33-30, 5:36 to play. Ray. Long 3 is up, and it's no good. Got to get more people involved as the Bulldogs can score again. Easy drive, but he missed the shot. They're going to call a foul. Ray had a good look at it, but a little far out. I think we were beating them down the floor as the Bulldogs have closed the gap to 3, and they're going to shoot some free throws.
Yes, to the line for Bearden. Looks like, can't tell the number. I think it's number 24. I believe that's Jermichael Blair Jr. If it is, he has 1 point. He's 1 of 4 from the free throw line.
There's first of 2. Good. 33-31. Oak Ridge on top. We apologize once again. The school internet is just terrible today for whatever reason. Back to the free throw line once again. Bearden in a 2-point game. Coach Parrott's walking up and down the floor in front of his bench. Free throw is in and out. No good. Rebound to Raekwon. Ray with the basketball by 2 with the ball. Here's Ray driving coast to coast all the way in for a shot. No good. He does draw the foul, and Ray will go to the free throw line. One thing Coach Green and I talked about today, it can't just be the Ray show. Obviously, you and I haven't really been able to watch the game, most of the game, because of the issues we've had here, but got to get everybody involved. And I heard you say earlier, you like that they were going in earlier to inside as Ray misses his 3rd consecutive free throw.
Yeah, he does, and that's very unusual for Ray. Ray seems to be struggling tonight, David. He only got 6 points, just 3-pointers from the 2-point land. He's 0 of 3, so mostly those layups, as he typically does.
Knocks down that free throw, back to a 3-point Wildcat lead. 5:16 to play, 3rd quarter, 34-31. Bearden moving left to right, wearing their dark jerseys. The Wildcats in their home whites. Bulldog basketball driving in against Shamar. Here's the shot, partially rejected. Saved on the floor by the Bulldogs. They'll back it up. Wildcat defense has been pretty good, keeping them from getting inside the paint and driving. They've been knocking down a few shots. The Wildcats have a size advantage for sure, as once again, the Bulldogs have a 3 to tie it. No good. Rebound, Shamar Green. Wildcats by 3 with the ball. 4 minutes, 43 seconds to play 3rd quarter. The winner plays for the championship and gets a substate as Oak Ridge gets it into Cooper. His shot is no good. On the rebound, last touched by Oak Ridge. Cooper got the ball inside, just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, it was a good play. Unfortunately, he just kind of got it blocked against the backboard, I believe, David. But I really was encouraged, and have been all night with the way that the Wildcats are trying to get the ball into the post players.
Here come the Bulldogs down the floor. We apologize once again. I know the internet's very choppy. We apologize for that. There's not much we can do. We're at the mercy of the school system as the 3 is missed, rebounded by Garrett Giles. Ray's got a 3 on target. No good. Ray, another good look, and he normally knocks those down. And here comes Bearden once again. Got to get other people involved, though. They're giving him those looks as the Bulldogs have the ball in there, working the ball inside. They put the ball on the floor, and then they lost it, grabbed it right back on the floor. Driving against Charlie, shot is blocked, and a foul is going to be called. Nobody takes charges anymore, Mark.
No, and that's a little surprising because that's typically Coach Green loves for his players to take charges. So you're exactly right. I mean, we've not seen many this season.
34-31, Oak is beaten back to the free throw line. 3:54 to play 3rd quarter. The winner gets a sub-state on Monday. Free throw is up, and it's good.
To the line for Bearden is King Hubbard. He now has 5 points, 1 of 2 from the free throw line.
This is an elimination ball game. We saw Farragut eliminated earlier today by Marable, 60-30. Morristown West has been beaten by Sevier County, 72-59. It'll be a sub-state teams. Free throw's good. Down the floor once again will come Raekwon Watson. Ray just been phenomenal all season long, obviously. Throws the ball into Cooper, back to Ray. He's going to shoot another 3. Good! Shooter's got to shoot, Mark, and that's what Ray did.
Yeah, Ray now in double figures. He got 10 points. Great shot. Nice setup by Cooper.
Here come the Bulldogs driving the baseline. They work the ball out, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. We appreciate Roger and Judy Kelly. Roger graduated in 1960 from Oak Ridge. His lovely wife, Judy, graduated in 1961. They are sponsoring our stream, and I know they're not getting their money's worth today, but hopefully we'll be able to get the rest of the ball game on. 37-33, a 4-point game. Bearden basketball, 3:26 to play. They drive the paint. Too much middle penetration and an easy bucket.
Yeah, that point by Sean Capshaw. He's now with 11 for Bearden.
Here comes Ray up with a shot. It's blocked. That's what they call a foul. Ray's hit the floor a lot tonight. It'll not be a foul. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. Malik Howard's in the ball game. Charlie Taubenheim, Cooper Williams, Garrett Giles. Somebody's got to be open. Ray is normally hits these shots. He looks a little uncomfortable. Like I said, he's hit the floor hard 2 or 3 times here just in the first few minutes of the 3rd quarter. 37-35, a very low-scoring ball game here at the Wildcat Arena. 3:14 to play. There's some perspiration where Ray went down right in front of the standing student section, which is pretty much taken up by the football guys down below. Oak Ridge ball, 2-point game. Here's the lob into Malik, back to Ray. Ray pulls up, shoots a three from the corner. Good. What a shot from the corner, and Oak Ridge is up by 5.
Ray now with 13 points. That's his 4th three-pointer of the night, David.
3:01 to play, third quarter, 40-35, trying to get a revenge win over the Bulldogs after beating Oak Ridge and eliminating them from last season at the region tournament. Bearden with the ball outside the three-point line. Gary Giles tries to guard. They drive in against the paint. They get the shot up, blocked by Charlie. They're going to call a foul. I wish the Wildcats, they would just hold their ground. I know they're taller, and they have been taller than most of the teams they've played this year, and they're used to blocking a lot of shots, and they got a couple blocks there, but just stand your ground, hold your hands up. I know that gets frustrating, I know, to the older people like me, but who am I to talk? I'm 5'9" and never played high school basketball in my life. 5-point game, 40-35 the score. Bearden back to the line. They've been there a lot.
Yeah, they have. Garrett Giles just picked up his 3rd foul. Shamar Green also with 3 fouls, but Shamar's on the Shamar's on the bench, rather. First free throw up by Hubbard is up and good. He now has 7 points. 3 of 4 from the line, and he made another one.
And it's 40-37. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Ray quickly gets the ball across the line. The Wildcats have done a better job here with the press. Ray again for 3. Good! Ray all of a sudden is on fire.
Yeah, that's his 5th three-pointer, David. 4th in just the 3rd quarter.
2:26 to play, third quarter. Here comes the Bulldogs with a 3. It's on its way. It's good. Just trading threes right now. 43-40 the score. Here comes Ray down the floor. Breaks the press. Dribbles to the right elbow. Is going to drive all the way to the hole. Cannot shoot. Backs it up to Giles. Garrett Giles falls down. And they're going to call a blocking foul against the Bearden Bulldogs. 2:08 to play, third quarter. 43-40. Oak Ridge in the lead. The winner to play Marable in the region championship, and more importantly, gets a sub-state ball game on Monday night at 7 o'clock. The winner of the championship will host Oak Ridge ball. When it comes to Ray, 2:06 to play, third quarter. Ray holds the ball. Got a screen from Cooper. It's almost a moving screen there. Ray lobs it and throws the ball away. Tried to get it to Cooper, and now they're going to bring the ball quickly down the floor and tie it with this 3. Nope. Rebound to Charlie Taubenheim. Wildcat basketball. Ray with it. Got it. In good control of the basketball. 43-40 the score. Oak Ridge in the lead. 1:40 to play, third quarter. Ray with it around the screen by Cooper again. Cut off there by Bearden. He's going to pull up, shoot another 3. It's on his way. Good! Ray again for 3, and Oak Ridge is back up by 6.
19 points now for Ray. David, he's hit, 5 three-pointers in this quarter, 6 overall.
Shooter's got to shoot, as we say. They miss a 3. Malik's got the rebound, bringing it across the line himself. He's going to go coast to coast with it. Missed the dunk, but he's fouled. Wow. Malik, with authority, was going to go in and just slam it. And Malik Howard's going to go to the free throw line. Oak Ridge by 6, 1:12 to play, third quarter.
Yeah, a little jawing going down there between Malik and Jermichael Blair Jr. Malik wanted to make his presence known down there, and Jermichael Jr., Blair Jr. trying to say, no, not tonight.
Malik Howard to the free throw line twice, the first of which is good. Malik Howard is a 72% free throw shooter, averaging 9.6 points a game. Oak Ridge by 7, 47-40 over Bearden. Malik is a sophomore. He's going to go to the line. Shamar's back in the ball game. Cooper's going to sit for the final minute 12, I do believe. Might have a little blood. Brian Leffler's over to talk to him. Sophomore Howard back to the free throw line. 47-40. Toss good. Oak Ridge by 8, 48-40. 1:10 to play in the third period. Here come the Bulldogs moving left to right. They work the ball outside the line. Gary Giles defending right in front of the Bearden bench. Shamar's out on a guard up high. Everybody up really above the blocks for the Bearden Bulldogs. Wildcats in the lead by 8, 48-40. 51 seconds to play in the third quarter. Bearden ball. The Wildcat defense has been really good as here comes an off-balance 3. Clang off the iron, no good. Rebound, though, by Bearden. Back up with the shot, good. 48-42, and one of the Bulldogs is hurt. We appreciate Roger and Judy Kelly for sponsoring our stream today. Want to remind everybody tomorrow the Lady Wildcats are playing for the Region 2 championship. It is not an elimination ball game. It is a game to determine home court advantage on the in the Saturday substate. The Dowdell family will be sponsoring the broadcast tomorrow. Oak Ridge by 6 with 36.2 seconds to play as the Bulldogs substitute. No pressure in the rear court. They're going to make Oak Ridge work at half court. Coach Parrott patrolling the sidelines here at the Wildcat Arena. Now up aggressive as Ray picks it up. They've got plenty of time. They can play for the final shot if they elect to. 48-42 the score, Oak Ridge. The Bulldogs will have possession in the start the fourth quarter as Ray gets a screen from Malik and then backs it up. 18 seconds to play. 48-42 the score. The Wildcats coming off with Ray. 12 seconds. Ray way at the midcourt circle. Now starts the play in motion. Lost his dribble. Out of bounds to Bearden. Yeah. Sometimes when you just have one person going for that final shot, things like that happen. Tough turnover there. Now the Wildcats need a stop right here. 48-42. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Slow him down. 3, 2, 1. They'll not get a shot off that'll count. It will not count anyway, and it's no good. 48-42 our score. The Wildcats in the lead. One of these two teams' season will come to a close. The other will move on and assure themselves of 2 more games. 48-42, back for the fourth quarter in a moment. David Clary back here along with Mark and Shauna Hayes. Mike Sheehan's up here. Alex Myers, Caleb Jackson doing our camera work. The Wildcats holding on to a very slim lead, 48-42 over the Bearden Bulldogs. It'll be Bulldog basketball as we start play in the fourth period. Ray really caught fire there in the third quarter, Mark, knocking down some big threes to get the lead back.
As I said, David, he went 5 for 7 in threes in just the third quarter. Tremendous quarter for Ray. He's got 19.
48-42 the score. Bulldog basketball. They're going to drive in. Alley-oop dunk. Nice penetration there by the Bulldogs, and it's a 4-point game. Oak Ridge basketball, and it goes to Ray. 48-44, the Wildcats by 4. 7:40 to play. We apologize for the internet issues we had. It's still not perfect, but as they throw the ball away, Ray struggled, and they give up another layup, which is no good. Rebounded by the Wildcats. Oak Ridge Ray's got to be getting tired. He's doing a lot of stuff. Charlie for 3, no good. Tip back up by Shamar. He's got the rebound. Nope, he's saved away by the Bulldogs. 48-44 the score. They've got the basketball. Driving inside the paint, trying to shoot over Cooper. They get a 3 in the right corner. Can't get the shot off. Now he backs it up. 7:06 to play in the ball game. 48-44. I'd like to see him run a little bit more offense here. The Wildcats, that is. Bearden's going to drive in again. Right elbow. Bounce pass out. Off the body of Schmar. Saved by the Bulldogs. 6:51 to play in the ball game. 48-44. Wildcats in the lead. Bearden outside the line, trying to get the ball inside, trying to get a 3 off if they can. Now they're going to penetrate and get a layup. Wildcats will just let them go on by. Good ball movement that time by that young man.
Yeah, that was Justin Norden, David. He now has 10 points for the Bulldogs, but a very nice drive that time. Ray goes in, kind of comes back, shoots, no good. Rebounded almost by Cooper Williams. They're going to call a foul.
Ray missed that shot from the right elbow. Got to get the ball back inside to Cooper. Get some steady layups, and the Wildcats will get the ball underneath the goal. Not a shooting violation. It'll be, let's see, somebody to work the ball in.
I've got that. I've got that as number 4 foul on number 1 Hubbard, David. I'm surprised he's not coming out of the game right now.
6'3" senior Garrett Giles will work the ball in. It's a 2-point game now, 48-46. The Wildcats in the lead. And it comes to Cooper at the top of the key to Ray Ray. Into Cooper again. Turns, spins, drives, shoots. Missed the shot. And then a foul is going to be called, I think, against Shamar. Got to get those easy ones to go. Got to get those easy ones to go. I mean, that was a great feed, and Cooper just couldn't get the shot to fall.
Shamar Green just picked up his 4th foul, so he's going to come back out, and Malik Howard will re-enter the game for the Wildcats.
Shamar's been in foul trouble the last 2 ball games against West the other night. Bearden can tie the ball game or take the lead with a 3 here. 6:08 to play in the ball game, 48-46. They won last year on a last-second 3-point shot to win after the Wildcats had taken the lead. Here comes Bearden with a shot. They miss it, but they get the rebound. No good. Again, no good. Saved away by Charlie. Charlie down the floor, and then he's stripped of the ball. Wildcats turn the ball over. Charlie probably needs to just stop there, but it's hard to tell an athlete to do that. 48-46, 5:40 to play in the ball game. Bearden down by 2. Working their offense, they get a wide-open 3 in the lead. That's an air ball out of bounds. Saved by Bearden, though, back up for the shot, and they tie it. Wildcats didn't react on the shot, and here comes Oak Ridge in a tie ball game, 48-48. Oak Ridge basketball. Garrett Giles with it. Stops, has trouble with it, lost it, turned the ball over. Can't put the ball on the floor. The Wildcats, they have really done a good job just sweeping the ball away from us.
Yeah, they have. I was just looking down at their bench. I don't see any of their bench players that have been in the game. Number 24 is out, so they've obviously gone 1 deep. But, you know, with Hubbard with 4, I'm surprised he's still in the game for Bearden.
48-48 the score, 4:55 to play. Can't give up an easy 3 here. Bulldogs with the basketball. Lots of motion in their offense. They have the ball, top of the circle, tie ball game, 4:45 to play. They've got a 3 in the lead. No good. Rebound, Charlie, hold it. Give it to Ray Ray. He does. Ray Ray with the basketball, 48-48 the score, 4:34 to play in the basketball game. And somebody's season here at the Wildcat Arena. Ray Ray. Everybody spreading out. Here comes the trap on Ray Ray. Holds the ball. Needs to get rid of it. Gives it out to Malik Howard. Malik's going to drive left, and then he lost the ball. Then Cooper tackles him. The ball goes out of bounds.
Cooper picks up his 2nd foul, I believe, David. As they really extended the defense on Ray Ray and causing some problems because it's interesting. You know, nobody's really open when he gets strapped. You know, with 2 players, so they got to work better to get open. Do the Wildcats, David?
Most definitely. As 4:15 to play in the ball game, Wildcats kind of self-destructing a little bit, and Coach Green's going to talk about it. We appreciate Roger and Judy Kelly, graduates of Oak Ridge High School, for paying our stream. And like we said, we have no control over the internet here at the high school, no control at all. And unfortunately, we have had some really bad internet problems. We missed really most of the first half for sure. But we're on the air and hopefully for a good Oak Ridge finish. But the Wildcats self-destructing a little bit here in the 4th quarter after a very good 3rd quarter. Wildcats not as sharp with the ball handling as they were in that quarter. And, of course, Ray Ray hitting shots helped a great deal too.
Yeah, he really did. I mean, all the 3-pointers he made in the 3rd quarter. I mean, we outscored them 22-15 in the 3rd quarter. But unfortunately, they're outscoring us. Actually, we have not scored in the 4th quarter, David. We were winning 48-42, so they've outscored us 6-0 here in the 4th quarter.
It's been a defensive struggle. I mean, typically both of these 2 teams can put some numbers on the board, but both teams are really solid defensively. Wildcats in a tie ball game. The winner advances to play Maryville in the championship game Thursday at 7 o'clock. The Lady Wildcats are in the championship ball game tomorrow at 7 o'clock against this same school. The Bearden Lady Bulldogs, though, not an elimination ball game. This is an elimination game. Down the floor once again will come the Bulldogs, 48-48. Wildcats need to stop on defenses. Those have been hard to come by here in this quarter, although they haven't scored a lot of points. The Wildcats haven't really been able to get many shots off. Backing up with the dribble, 3:58 to play. Wildcats in a zone, playing with Malik Howard, Cooper Williams, Charlie Taubenheim, Garrett Giles, Raekwon Watson. Bearden ball. But he really outside the perimeter. 3:43 to play. I don't like this stalling tactics. It's very effective. They dribble in. The defense there by Charlie cutting off what was going to be a drive or maybe a shot. 3:32 to play in the ball game. Bearden just holding on to the basketball. Wildcats could use a turnover here. Bulldogs around to the left corner. Out to the top it goes. Wildcats still playing zone. When you come out of that and start playing man, Mark?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of tough. You don't want to overextend yourselves and just give up something easy. So, both teams are willing to have the clock just tick down right now, David.
Wildcats are in a little foul trouble with Shamar. Need Ray to get a steal here as they work the ball, almost a walk there. They're going to drive into the right corner. I thought they were going to get a bucket there, but he backed it out. 2:50 to play in the ball game. Ray on the ball now. The Wildcats have come out and extended a little bit. They need to get a turnover. Oh, it was a wide open three. Good. Yep, they gave up really good offense right there. The Wildcats are in a little trouble, down by 3. 2:36 to play in the ball game.
As they get it to Cooper. Cooper tries to drive, gets it out to Garrett. Garrett looks for somebody. No one comes available, tries to get it to Malik, but ball is knocked out of bounds by the Bearden Bulldogs.
51-48 the score. The Wildcats trailing. Good offense just a moment ago for the Bulldogs. So Wildcats working into Cooper. Cooper lobs it into Malik.
Nice.
Malik for the dunk. Good. And the Wildcats are down by 1. 51-50. Wildcats need a stop on defense. Ray guarding aggressively. They work the ball to the left side. 2:15 to play in the ball game. 51-50. We knew it was going to be a close ball game. Don't let him shoot. Come out and get him. Foul situations right now. The Wildcats have committed 2 fouls. Bearden 1. There's going to be a timeout asked for with exactly 2 minutes to play in somebody's season here. 51-50. Bearden on top of Oak Ridge. The Wildcats have not lost since losing to Franklin back in December. I believe it was the 27th of December. The Bulldogs trying to get back to the region championship ball game. 51-50 the score. Mark, it's crunch time now for the Wildcats.
It is, and we got to be careful. We can't trade threes for twos as we did on the last 2 possessions there. It's a very nice dunk by Malik. I don't want to take away from that, but we're down by 1, and Bearden has the ball. So Oak Ridge really needs a turnover or a rebound here and go back the other way and score because, we're running out of time. Bearden's going to try to take the air out of the ball here, I believe, David, and Oak Ridge just can't let them do that.
Wildcats are going to put their 4 seniors on the floor once again. Here's a steal by Ray. Here comes Oak Ridge with a layup. Ray scores. That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, great play. I mean, it's just not a very good pass, and Ray was able to anticipate that and able to get 2 points for the Wildcats. That's Wildcats take the lead. Another turnover.
If they can grab it, and they do. Garrett Giles with it to Ray. Oak Ridge with the lead and the ball. 1:38 to play in the game. 52-51 Wildcats. Oak Ridge, Ray Watson driving right. Backs it up, now drives the baseline, and he's going to be fouled.
No, timeout Oak Ridge.
1:29 to play in the ball game. 52-51 the score. We apologize for the internet. It has not been good for us, but what a big play just a moment ago by Ray, and then another turnover by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that's very fortunate for the Wildcats that Bearden had 2 straight turnovers like that. Oak Ridge has the ball and an opportunity to extend their lead, but it's going to be a long minute 29 in my opinion here, David. This is a very tight game. Could not have asked for much more. I see a lot of the Farragut and Maryville fans stayed to watch this game, and boy, did they get their money's worth tonight.
1:29 to play in the ball game. 52-51. 1:29 to play. The officials conferring down in the middle part, talking about these final few minutes. Hopefully we won't have overtime. If you're an Oak Ridge fan, you want to win it right here. 52-51 the score, minute 29 to play. The worst part about technical issues, Mark, is people who have my phone number and people who have or Facebook friends. I mean, I've gotten 200 messages, I bet, and I'm trying to call the ball game. I apologize. I don't want to be rude, but I've got to call the game as Oak Ridge is going to have to call a timeout to save possession. And I'm trying to concentrate on the ball game, and I'm getting frustrated a little bit because I guess because, Mark, people just don't know how hard it is to call a ball game and talk to people on the phone at the same time.
In my experience, women are much better at multitasking than men are.
Yes, most definitely. I would agree with that. Let's get back to the ball game. Minute 29 to play. Good defense there by the Bulldogs, denying Oak Ridge, and Oak Ridge having to call a timeout. According to the scoreboard, Oak Ridge has 2 timeouts left and 3. Here's another call. 52-51 Oak Ridge. Here comes Garrett Giles to work the ball in. Minute 29 to play, 52-51. Here comes the Wildcats working into Ray, and he'll dribble the ball to the midcourt circle. Oak Ridge by 1 with the ball. Remember Garrett Giles with it. Dribbles to the right corner. Can't turn it over here. And a foul is going to be called, but it's only the second team foul. Once again, people, if you've got my phone number and you're friends with me on Facebook, please do not text me while the game is going. Minute 17 to play in the ball game. 52-51 the score. Garrett will work the ball in. And it comes to Ray. 1:16 to play. 52-51 the score. Ray dribbles all the way for a screen. Has a shot blocked. Here comes Bearden back the other way. They've done a really good job denying Ray at the rim. Minute 4 to play in the ball game. Wildcats need a stop right here. And there's a stoppage of play. A timeout is asked for by the Bearden Bulldogs. 52-51 Oak Ridge. It's going to come down to a final shot, it looks like, Mark.
It does. It definitely looks that way, David. Very intense ball game. So I feel for you having to deal with your phone and Facebook and all that because I guess it's just glitching and people are trying to let you know that it's glitching on us. But we are aware. And we do apologize. Been in communication with the network guy, and he's aware, and he's tried to make improvements, but apparently it's an issue that is experienced more than just at Wildcat Arena. I think their internet is through Comcast, and I think Comcast is having some issues. So we apologize about that, but unfortunately, out of our hands, we are at the mercy of the internet service provider.
Thank you. 52-51 Oak Ridge, exactly a minute to play. Bearden's got the ball. Remember last year, I think it was Cooper got a big rebound and maybe a good bucket there at the end to give the Wildcats the lead with like 3 seconds to go, and then they came down, just nailed a 3 and ended the Wildcats season. Right now, Bearden's got the upper hand, at least with the basketball. Wildcats have the lead, though, on the scoreboard, 52-51. They threw a ball away on the inbounds a moment ago. Let's see what they do here as they try to get the ball in. It's taken away by Shamar, and the Wildcats have it. Ray with the basketball. Wildcats down to Garrett Giles for the layup. Good! And Oak Ridge leads by 3. The Wildcats once again with an inbound steal. And here comes Bearden. 54-51. Don't give up any threes. 54-51. 43 seconds to play. With the basketball will come the Bulldogs. Here's the lob inside. He's going to drive in against Cooper. Spin, turn, shot is up. No good. They've got the rebound, though. Back up once again. Guard the three-point line. 30 seconds to play. 54-51 Oak Ridge. 27 seconds to play. The Wildcats see Coach Parrott call a timeout. 23.7 seconds. Garrett Giles with a big bucket and a good steal on the inbounds. 54-51 Oak Ridge.
Wow, this is intense. I'm feeling it. I had to shake Sean to make sure she's still alive. She is. That's good news. So, this is going to be a very intense 23.7 seconds of this ball game, David.
Wildcats trying to get to the region championship game to take on the Maryville Rebels, who knocked off Farragut today 60-30. In other actions, Sevier County knocked off Morristown West 72-59. Up in Science Hill right now, the Hilltoppers are on top of Dobbins Bennett 45-36. The reason I mentioned those are possible sub-state opponents for the winner of this ball game in Maryville, who's already in a sub-state. Those games are on Monday. Lady Wildcats are in action tomorrow. That'll be a 7 o'clock game. 7 o'clock ball game against the Bearden Lady Bulldogs. We'll have the broadcast. It'll be brought to you. It'll be brought to you by the Dowdell family. Now people are messing with me. James Mitchell, shame on you, buddy.
You may want to put your phone down, David.
Yeah, you're right. Now people are texting me just to tell me. Oak Ridge crowd all of a sudden comes to life here. 54-51 Wildcats, 23.7 seconds to play in somebody's season. The Wildcats had gotten inbound steals a moment ago. Bearden with the basketball. Come up and guard that guy, top of the key. And what's the call?
Ray with the foul. That'll be only his first on the night. So third team foul for the Wildcats. So no real damage. 20.2 seconds remaining in the ball game.
James Branson. I thought you all were my friends. 20.2 seconds, 54-51 the score. My phone's just ringing off the hook. Marcus Underwood, keep calm, he says. 54-51, Bearden basketball. 19 seconds to play in somebody's season or in regulation. There's going to be a reach-in foul. Wildcats committing some fouls. And they have one more to give. Well, actually, they have no more to give until Bearden goes to the line. Oak Ridge by 3, 54-51, 14.3 seconds. Wildcats trying to knock off the Bearden Bulldogs, 54-51.
Timeout.
Now,
Bearden.
timeout is asked for by the Bulldogs. Tina Trent, thanks for listening. And I think what they're trying to do is to calm me down a little bit, because you know me, Mark. I have absolutely no temper at all. But when it's just so frustrating when you're calling a game when you have technical issues, especially when we're at home. We shouldn't have these issues in our own gym.
Right. Yeah. Especially, when the internet works here, it is so fast. It's not even funny, David. If you know anything about the computer, they have a gig pipe, so there should be no reason for us to have issues, but we do.
Congratulations to Oliver Springs. They're moving on. They had a big win today over Midway. Clinton got beat. Their season's over. Right now, Wildcats just trying to get a stop. Don't want to give up a three. I have just nightmares of that three last year that Bearden hit. They just came down the floor, nailed it, and the season was over. Wildcats trying to get to a region championship game. It's been a while. It's been since the Milloway and those guys were playing. 4 years.
Everybody's going to be standing here, David.
Here come the Bulldogs. 14.3 seconds. Oak Ridge by 3. 54-51. All-time leading scorer Halston Lane's in the house watching the ball game. Across the way, I sit down the floor. Here's the lob. They get a three. It's on its way. Clang! No good! Shamar's got the rebound. And the Wildcats with 9.2 seconds will see Bearden commit only their third foul. 9.2 seconds. Oak Ridge by 3. 54-51. Wildcats can't turn it over here.
Yeah, they're going to foul immediately. They will foul immediately, I predict, David.
Wildcats need to get it into Ray, and he is tackled almost. 8.8 seconds. Ray, that's only the fourth team foul.
Yes.
Against the Bulldogs. 8.8 seconds. 54-51. Oak Ridge on top of the Bulldogs. Garrett Giles is now going to work the ball in right in front of Halston Lane, one of the 2,000-point scorers in the history of Oak Ridge basketball. Players coming in and out of the game.
They're saying Jermichael Blair Jr., number 24, just fouled out of the game, David. I only had him with 4, but
hey, we've been busy.
A lot of things have gone wrong tonight. So
Garrett's going to work the ball in. Then it comes to Ray. Ray allowed to get about a second off the clock. Actually, 2 guys got fouled for Oak Ridge. That's the 15th foul. 7.1 second to play. in the ball game. 54-51. Ray, a 90% free throw shooter to the free throw line, can give Oak Ridge perhaps the enough lead to win this ball game.
Nice.
Good. 2 possession ball game. 7 seconds to play in the game.
Yes, I didn't want to say anything, David, but before that, he was 1 of 4 from the free throw line, so really struggled. But he hit his last 3.
He is clutch. 5-point game. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. 3-pointer. It's up. No good. The Wildcats had one
Nope.
in 0.7 seconds. Oak Ridge is headed to the sub-state ball game on Monday, and the Wildcats are headed to the region championship ball game. 56-51. The Wildcats have overcome the Bearden Bulldogs, and Oak Ridge wins. Bearden will go home. Coach Parrott, and it's pandemonium here on the floor at Oak Ridge High School as the Oak Ridge students rush the floor as the Wildcats get over the hump and win this Region 2 semifinal round ball game by a final score of 56-51. And really, it was the defense on the inbounds plays there in the latter stages after the Wildcats had fallen behind on that 3-point shot, 51-48. It was all Oak Ridge after that. Oak Ridge scored 8 unanswered points to win the ball game.
Well, I'll tell you what, David, that ball game right there was well worth admission. The first game tonight was not. Maryville blew out Farragut, but this second game, boy, what an incredible game for the Wildcats. So proud of what they were able to do tonight and avenge the loss from last year. Coach Green celebrating with many people down there.
Zoom in on that crowd down there as the Wildcats head down. The students came rushing onto the floor. The Wildcats are headed to their dressing room. So the good news is the boys and the girls are in the Sweet 16, Marquez. The girls will be playing a sub-state game on Saturday. The boys will be playing one on Monday. Oak Ridge back at home, and the elimination ball games, the Wildcats have assured themselves of 2 more ball games as they win it by a final score of 56-51. You know, this particular ball team with the 4 seniors, obviously, they've had some adversity. I mean, last year, you know, they had that game won, but Bearden made a play and they won. And it's been all the way back since the Jonathan Milloway and Stafford Shanklin and Jeremy Miller and those guys were playing for the Wildcats that we got a region championship. Now the Wildcats are 1 win away from a state tournament, and they can do that on Monday. But first things first, the region championship ball game coming up on Thursday night at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, what an exciting game, what an exciting time. What an exciting future the next 2 games are for the boys and the girls as well, David.
And we're going to take a break here. I'll let you work on the stats. The Wildcats and the Lady Wildcats in the championship game. And people, I'm just going to say it one more time. I will answer all your questions after the broadcast. I will answer all of your questions after the broadcast. 56-51 the final score. We'll be back with Coach Green and a look at the stats in a moment. Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena, where you can see, if you're watching this stream, if you didn't get bumped off, the Wildcats have won the ball game by a final score of 56-51. Bearden's season comes to a close. The Wildcats, Mark, had to go through the number 1 seed and the number 2 seed from the regular season in the District 4 to get to the championship game, and now it's not an elimination ball game. They will have an opportunity to play for home court advantage in the championship game Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Wildcats victorious. We're waiting for Coach Green to join us. Mark is going to tabulate all the stats. We appreciate it, and I apologize, Roger and Judy. The Wildcats, loyal supporters of our broadcast. Roger Kelly graduated in 1960. Judy Kelly graduated in 1961. They paid our rights fees, and we appreciate that. I know we didn't get all the ball game on, but we got the best part of it, the fact that the Wildcats win the game. Waiting for Coach Green to join us here. Usually the custodians or somebody turns the lights off, but they're letting them celebrate a little bit more today. You know, we saw a couple things the last 2 nights. Mark, I hope you'll help me here. We've seen a couple things happen the last couple of nights. Last year, it was Farragut's girls that eliminated Oak Ridge and ended their season. Last year, it was the Bearden boys who beat Oak Ridge and eliminated them and ended their season. Back-to-back games, we eliminate Farragut on the girls' side, eliminate Bearden on the boys' side. Mark, you've got the final stats, and comment on that.
It's
Go
really
ahead.
been exciting time. I mean, as I said, I've been looking forward to this girls team for a while, and now they're advancing to the region finals game, which means I call it a sub-state game. I know it's not called that, but that's what I call it. I'm that get off my lawn guy that I can't remember what the new thing's called. Super sectional or something like that. I can't remember.
Just sectional, just the sectional.
Okay. And the girls do. I mean, the girls do it, and the boys do it as well. So just a fantastic time right now for Oak Ridge basketball as they're just progressing, and they're playing tough teams. I can't remember that you told me, is it the girls or the boys that this district that we're playing against is the best district in the state?
Yeah, Coach Green and Coach Taylor have both said that if you look right now in that district, you've got Bearden and West in the top 10 in the state, Marable as well. You've got 3 teams that are in the top 10 in the state of Tennessee. Oak Ridge is number 4 in the state in this week's poll. So, we're up there too. But it's just incredible on the boys and the girls side. And, Bearden's girls have been 1 or 2 all season long. Mark, you got the stats, though.
Yes, thank you very much, David. Leading scorer for the Wildcats is Raekwon Watson. 20 points in the second half. He had only 3 in the first half, 23 total. So a very impressive second half, mainly from beyond the three-point line. He was 7 of 14 from the field, 6 of 8 of those from beyond the three-point line, and 5 of 7 of those in the second half alone. He was also 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Also in double figures for the Wildcats, Cooper Williams, he finished with 10 points, 5 of 9 from the field. Let's see, 7 points for Charlie Taubenheim, 3 of 6 from the field. Also with 7 was Garrett Giles. He seemed to struggle there in the second half, but got a nice little layup there off a turnover, I believe, for his 7th point of the night. He was 3 of 4 from the field. 5 points added by Malik Howard off the bench for the Wildcats. He was 1 of 3 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and 4 points for Shamar Green, 2 of 2 from the field. As a team, the Wildcats were 21 of 38 from the field, 13 of 24 in twos, 8 of 14 in threes, and 6 of 11 from the free throw line. Now looking at Bearden, they were led in scoring by number 12, Sean Capshaw. He had 11. 10 points added by Justin Norton. 8 points for King Hubbard, 7 points for Andrew Baker, 6 points for Dominique Mahoney, 5 points for Jermichael Blair Jr. So as a team, the Bearden Bulldogs were 18 of 55 from the field, 11 of 29 in twos, 7 of 26 in threes, and 8 of 15 from the free throw line. Wildcats led at the end of the first quarter, 12-6. Then they were outscored in the second quarter, 21-14, and they trailed at the half by 1. They trailed 27-26. In the third quarter, Wildcats able to retake the lead and extend the lead, outscoring Bearden 22-15, where they took a 6-point lead into the fourth quarter, 48-42. In the fourth quarter, very low scoring for both teams in the fourth quarter. Just really very deliberate possessions, I would say, in the fourth quarter. Bearden outscored the Wildcats 9-8, and Oak Ridge wins 56-51. Coach Green over there celebrating with the student section. That's great to watch. He's high-fiving all the students. That is what's taking him a little while. He also did an interview with, it looked like probably either USA Today, Knoxville News Sentinel, whatever newspaper publication you want to call it. So he's trying to make his way this way. But that was a big win. A lot of people want to congratulate him, so very understandable. But Oak Ridge victorious tonight. Hard-fought battle tonight by the Wildcats as they beat the Bearden Bulldogs 56-51. David?
You know, one thing that Coach Green told me, and he and I have been in communication, and I've known him forever, and, you know, he 15 years now. He told me a couple times this week, Bearden is the best team we are going to play or have played all year long. That's a mighty statement, considering they've played the Alcoas of the world, the Walker Valleys of the world, the Sevier Counties. Sevier County, you know, was tough, and some of the other teams we've faced. But he said they were the best team, and I think, you know, the Wildcats just had some unfinished business that they wanted to take care of tonight, and they got it done. It was a defensive struggle. 56-51 was the final score, a very low-scoring game for two really good offensive teams, and they got the monkey off their back of losing to Bearden too, which is huge. And let's get Coach Green in here. I know it's a big night. He and I were talking about this. Like I said, Coach, I know I don't think you'd be upset if I said this, because, you know, you told me a couple times in the last couple days that Bearden is the best team we will have played all season long, and that's a big statement with the Alcoas, Fultons, and Walker Valleys and Sevier Counties. But your team came ready to play against a very good team, and I thought they totally bought into what you wanted them to do tonight. I thought defensively they did a really good job. You know, the zone was good, very effective. You kept them from penetrating and driving much. You made shots when you had to. The defensive, you know, steals there at the end, the inbound steals were just fantastic. Two big plays back to back, and then you capitalized on them. Huge win for your program, Coach. I know it's been a long time since we've been to the sub-state, and you're going back again. Yeah, congratulations.
Thanks, David. I'll tell you what, I'm just so, I don't think I've been as happy for a group of kids in a long time, and just really, really proud of our guys, David. We, you know, it wasn't perfect. You know, we had some boneheaded turnovers there in the second half, but I tell you what, you know, we talk about it all the time. You know, defense and rebounding win championships. We defended our tail off. I didn't rebound it real good. You know, they got too many offensive rebounds. That was one of our emphasis at halftime. But, man, we had so many people make plays in that game. I don't even really know where to start. I'm sure we'll get into it. You can talk, excuse me, David, you can talk as long as you want. I can tell you one thing, David. As I've gotten older, I can't celebrate quite as hard as I used to. I'm fatigued from the celebration in the locker room, man. I'll tell you what. But man, what a locker room, you know, experience. You know, afterwards, guys happy, and you know that's what it's about. But I can just say I'm just so proud of our guys for battling. You know, you talk just scouting Bearden and coming into the game. You know, Coach Parrott does a good job. You know, he's you know, his record speaks for itself. His teams play hard. They're tough, and you know, I got to give them credit. But they really played hard throughout the year. They're really good defensively, and I thought we bothered them. And I'll tell you this, David, and if you don't mind, I'll shoot you this video. But Coach Pearl, who I worked for 3 years at UT before I came to Oak Ridge, yesterday morning I sent him a text and said, "Hey, Coach, we got Bearden, the Bearden Bulldogs, who he knows all about because his son went to West, Stephen." I said, "Can you send me, if you have time, I know you're busy, I don't need a favor, can you send me a motivational video to get to my team?" And he sent me a video within 10 minutes and said, and obviously in Coach Pearl's own way, you got to make them uncomfortable defensively. You've got to make special plays. The hard work is over. Now it's time to have some fun. Make some shots, cut down some nets, paraphrasing there. So to go back to Coach Pearl's words, we made them uncomfortable, David, and I thought that was probably the difference in the game. And, again, just so proud of them. A heck of a win. And, again, I'll still say they didn't play their best tonight. I thought we had a lot to do with that. But again, just really, really proud of our guys.
Coach, let's kind of break it down. In the first quarter, really, you jumped out on them pretty quick, and you were really looking good in the first quarter. And then they came creeping back in the second quarter to actually lead by a point at halftime. But in the third quarter, and Ray, I thought had struggled. I mean, missing some shots at the rim. But I think in the third quarter, I believe he hit 5 3-pointers.
He did.
Yeah. So, and just huge for you. I mean, like we always say, and shooters got to shoot. I mean, he missed a few, but they just got to keep shooting because he's been so clutch for you all year long. And those free throws down the stretch were just huge. We're talking about Ray and that third quarter in particular.
Yeah, and just going back to the girls' game last night, Porter, she had 30. What'd she have? 33.
33.
And most coaches will tell you advancing in postseason, it starts with guard play. And Ray's been playing really well. He was fatigued. And I told him, I said, you got to dig deep. I saved our timeouts to the end, but he had 16 himself, and I think the free throws he missed because he was about to pass out, David. But he had 16 of our 22 in the third quarter. Obviously, that was big. But I could go down the line. Cooper made some big plays. He defended and protected the rim. Shamar had a huge steal on the sideline over here. Ray had another one. I'll say this: Charlie Taubenheim, guarded Nordine for about a whole minute. And he sat down and guarded and didn't give him a three. And Charlie Taubenheim rebounded the second half. Garrett Giles defended his tail off. How about Malik's dunk? Malik, that may be the dunk. We saw Shamar's the other night, but Malik's may have been the dunk of the year. I don't know. But everybody made plays, and that's what you got to have this time of year. But again, it definitely started with Ray, and he's kind of our quarterback. But I thought he found guys too. He did a good job. He didn't play perfect. We turned it over a little bit too much, but I knew we were going to turn it over some against them, just about how they play and how athletic they are. But yeah, it started with Ray. But we had everybody make plays, David.
Yeah, it's the dunk of the year just because how important it was at that stage in the ball game. I will agree with you on that. But, the inbounds, you fell behind, I think it was 51-48, and that's when Ray got the steal on the inbounds and made it a 1-point game.
Yeah.
And I believe, if I'm remembering that correctly. And then the very next possession, you got another one.
Well, and and I'll tell you this, David, and that's, I know I mentioned Coach Pearl. He's obviously one of my mentors. I learned a lot from him in my 3 years with him. That's what Auburn does. Coach Pearl, we made an emphasis coming into this game. They ran just a simple side out, and I said, I showed them a couple clips where they turned it over against Greenville. Greenville had them beat. And I said, let's make some plays on side-out defense. And not only did we make one huge play, we made two huge plays and got, that's execution. That's scouting execution and guys doing what they're supposed to be doing and guys making plays. So I'll give Coach Pearl credit for that one too.
Coach, I remember one other time, I think we were going to the state tournament, I believe, and Coach Pearl got on the bus.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, he came on. I told that story the other day too. That's when he wasn't coaching. He was at the Hackney plant, and he on the bus to go to the state tournament, he talked to the team for a second. He's obviously great, and really appreciate him doing that.
Coach, I don't want this to be about me, but what I remember about it is he looked at me and said, shut that camera off.
I remember that, David. That's typical Coach Pearl now. He's great, but he did say shut it off. But, just again, for him to be the number one, Auburn to be the number one team in the country, and for him to take, and we stay in touch, obviously. I mean, I was with him for 3 years, but for him to take the time, and I know how busy those guys are, to take the time to send me a minute video, speaks a lot about who he is, and, and obviously, how much success he's had.
Coach, I'm watching Coach Parrott walk out of the gym here, and with his son Drew. I said this before, and the girls vanquished a nemesis last night in Farragut, and Bearden's kind of had your number as of late in the last 5 or 6 years too. There's Coach Parrott down there, as I think the camera's on him. But and I know you don't talk revenge, but I know your guys had and so did I, had a bad taste in our mouth from last year.
Yeah, and the reporter at 5 Star asked me the same question, and I'd be lying if I didn't say that. We talked about, hey, we owe them one. I felt like they made the play, so you can't discredit what they did. But I felt like we kind of gave one away last year in this game, and but honestly, coming into so there's a little bit of revenge factor, but it's obviously not going to have any impact on this year's game. And you said it. I mean, they have had our number a little bit. They beat us. Beat us last year on that last second three, and then 2 years ago at Farragut, we laid a complete egg in this game, and they went on to the state championship game. They were really good. They've had some really good teams. I remember beating them here in a region semifinal when Coach Blevins was coaching, and so we've had some battles for sure. And again, I've got a lot of respect for Coach Parrott and their program, and but definitely, it felt good to get it. I kept, there. I ain't gonna lie to you, David. Last couple minutes there, I kept telling myself, we got to finish this thing. We got to finish it, and I'm proud of our guys for finding a way to finish it.
So I'm going to talk about Maryville here in a second, but you're going to play either Science Hill or Sevier County on Monday night, one win away from the state tournament. But first things first, you do have that region championship ball game, which will be on Thursday at 7 o'clock against the Maryville Rebels. Maryville's a good-looking team. I watched that whole game with Farragut just right before our ball game. It's a good team. They dismantled a pretty good Farragut team.
Yeah, they did, and I thought going into the year that, and Maryville's lost some games. I think they've got 9 or 10, 11 losses, but they've played a really tough schedule. They've so that's excuse me, that contributes to some of their losses. But we played them this summer, man. They were really, really good. This summer, I think we played them one time without Ray. But yeah, they're just as good or better. Different type team than Bearden. Bearden beat them twice. But one time they beat, and when they beat them at Bearden, Maryville was missing a guy inside and didn't play great. And then, then they won twice at Maryville. Then obviously, Maryville beat them in the district tournament. But Maryville's as good, and that's why I said this region this year is the toughest, in my opinion, top to bottom is the toughest in the state. And I know there's obviously some really good teams across the state of Tennessee. But if you think about it, we beat West on Saturday, beat Bearden, and now to win a region final, you got to beat Maryville. So it doesn't get any easier, but but that, again, once you get to this point, there's not going to be any easy game. So we got to lock in. I told our guys once they walk out of this building, that one's over. We've accomplished nothing yet. Well, I wouldn't say that. We're in a region final. We guaranteed a game for sub-state. But, David, I'm sure you know this. We hadn't won a region title since 2017. And that was T. Higgins' senior year, and we've won several sectional road games, but it's been a while. So we're due. We're going to have to play well. Got a short preparation time. I've had one of our assistants, obviously scouting, and Maryville will be ready. Coach Lambert does a good job, and it'll be a big challenge again.
Just watched Kasim Davidson walk out of the gym here, assistant coach of the Bulldogs, former Wildcat. So, Coach, just your final comments about this huge win for your program.
Yeah, I've said it a number of times how proud I am of them. That's gratifying, all the time. And I'll tell Coach, I don't know which coach I told, maybe my dad or Coach Price, Coach Scott, but we've been, since school started in July, we've been coming in here at 6:30 in the morning for preseason, everybody shooting and all the practices and all the hard work, all the sacrifices, and I was glad to see the guys be rewarded with a win, on this stage. And but again, you got to flush that one, and after we leave here and get ready for, there's a lot on the line. Hosting, as you know, David, hosting the sectional games are big. Traveling is not easy. So a lot on the line against a really, really good team and who's playing really, really well. So, but again, I'm happy for our guys, and let's pack this place out tomorrow night, David, for the girls against Bearden. and let's return the favor again on Thursday. And we've got two really good groups of seniors with the girls and boys teams, and Oak Ridge. Let's show up. Let's show up.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to say before we let you go. What a crowd here tonight, loud too at the end.
Yeah, and that's what it's about, and we knew it was gonna have a good crowd. You got 4 good teams over here. We knew it was gonna be a good crowd. Intense game. I knew that game was gonna be intense, and had good baseball team, football guys were here celebrating. I'd like to get them down there behind the goal in their normal spot, but they say they can't see, David. But we did get them pizzas tonight, so hopefully that helped. We'll do that again on Thursday. But yeah, let's show back up on Wednesday, Oak Ridge, and let's show back up on Thursday, and let's get behind both these teams, and let's make a run.
Coach, thanks a lot. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks a lot, David.
Wildcats win at 56-51, and once again, I apologize so much for the technical issues we had in our ball game, and I apologize to Roger and Judy Kelly. They paid for what you got to see. I know it wasn't the best. But we got the best part of the game, as I said, Mark. We got the end of it when the Wildcats won the ball game 56-51 after falling behind. It was tied 48-48 with 4:15 to play in the game. Then Bearden took the lead, then pulled the air out of it and just kind of dribbled around. The Wildcats got a couple steals, took advantage of it, hit some free throws. Malik got a dunk, and the Wildcats win it, and they're headed to the sub-state and the championship game on Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, this was just a fantastic game. I don't know how many views we have. We do apologize for the poor quality of the video, but I'd be surprised if we don't get over 1,000 views of this game tonight, David.
Well, I don't know. There's not much of the game to watch, honestly, but
second half.
Second half, yeah.
Second half. That's the most exciting part.
Yeah, I didn't ask you this because I don't really understand technical things. Did you have to start the stream over? Is it in sections or what?
No, I did not have to restart the stream. It should be one stream with probably some, I would guess, maybe some skips where it just, where we had to reconnect, and you'll go from like probably 5 minutes in a quarter to like 1. So that's what I'm assuming will happen.
Just, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still watching us or listening to us, fast forward to the second half because we got all of that. We're going to close it out here. It's been a long night. The Wildcats win it 56-51. Our next broadcast of Oak Ridge High School basketball tomorrow, 7 o'clock. The Lady Wildcats taking on Bearden in a non-elimination ball game for home court advantage in the Saturday sub-state. And then on Thursday, 7 o'clock, the Wildcats taking on the Maryville Rebels in the region championship game. And then on Monday, a sectional as well. Danny Horadell is another guy who texted me and said that was listening to the broadcast, along with the 5,000 texts and calls that I got of people who weren't able to watch. Until tomorrow, for Mark, Shauna, and Caleb Jackson, this